Okay, so we have the HTML and the CSS more or less in place, and what we require next is the JavaScript. Obviously the JavaScript is probably the more tricky stuff, so bear with me. I'll try not to make too many mistakes, and I have again used code snippets which hopefully will speed things along. So this is just a function that I've set up called random screen number, and that's going to return a random number based on a random number which is math random, which is between 0 and 1 times 6, so it's between 0 and 6, plus 3, so it's between 3 and 9. So we'll get a number between 3 and 9, and then multiplied by the number of pixels, or the number of device independent pixels. It's 320 across, standard iPhone size. So that's going to give us an exact number to jump to. So that's that first of all. Now I've got another function prepared, so like that. So what's this going to do? Actually need to give it a name. Okay, so call this function tash left. It's going to subtract from this variable tash x the random screen number that I've just described, and then it's going to apply that to the background position using jQuery. So the jQuery is selecting the tashes CSS selector, so it's id tashes dot CSS, so it's going to change the CSS of the background position property. So the background position is going to change to this new value which we've just worked out, and the rest of the syntax is it's a number followed by pixels, and then the space, and then center for the y direction centered. So the variable, I'm going to start at the beginning and set it to 0, and I'll anticipate the other one, which is going to be hat x equal to 0. So there's a couple of variables that we'll need. So keeping it simple to start with, we'll just stick with tash left. So we're going to move in from right to left. Okay, so continuing on, we've got another pre-prepared snippet, which is the jQuery function for the DOM ready callback. So when the document's ready, you can then start to do things to the document because it's already loaded. What do we actually want to do? Well, first of all, we want to add the touch handler. So the touch handler looks something like that. So again, select jQuery selector face, and then the on touch start function, and E for the event, so E prevent default to start off with. So what we're just going to do is, just to get going, we want to see if our functions work. so far, so we'll just call the function here. Okie dokie, so we'll save that. Now it is touch rather than click, so I suspect nothing's going to happen. And so copy the URL, go to the other Chrome instance, paste it in, and then click on Ripple, enable, and mobile web. So I'm hoping that that works in terms of touch. No, nothing's happening. So nothing unusual about that. That's kind of typical, I suppose. Let's have a wee look. Let's do the same with the click handler. And again, the could be useful troubleshooting, so we'll view developer tools, and there is an error in line 90. Okay, so maybe it's a case of okay, an error in the code snippet. So that wasn't very good. Anyway, let's have a wee look. So we've solved the problem. Refresh. So that's not too bad. That's our app there. We just touch, and because we changed the background position, it animates to a new position.